Hi footprinters, Chrissy here. As I said on my quick hello before, I am going to have a look at how badly has the Trump administration's mishandling of COVID-19 and the blasted tower, how badly it's Trump's, because it's Trump, he calls all the, you know, it comes down to him in the end. He has to bear responsibility for how badly has the federal government, I'm not talking about state, but the federal government's mishandling of COVID-19 in the US, how badly will it affect his chances of getting elected? Will it affect his chances of getting elected if indeed he gets that far? So we're going to assume that he's managed to stay put and the elections come up. Will it add to his losing the election? Will the management, will the mismanagement by the US federal government of COVID-19 add to Trump losing the election in November? Should he still be there? Should he still be there? Okay, so I'm going to do might do a full cross on that. Oh. Universe 21, that's the world in this card. The great one of the night of time. The ending of the completion of a journey, the completion of a cycle. That's on the bottom. Now, for those of you who are interested, I'm using the Hermetic Tarot by Jeffrey Dowson. Okay, they're black and white. I really like them. So yeah, they're very interesting, very elegant cards too. So COVID-19 and its effect on Trump getting re-elected. The moon, ruler of flux and reflux, secrets, deception. Okay, so the moon, lots of secrets, lots of things are going to come to light between now and then that they did not do right. I'm wondering if this is to do with why they didn't opt to get the WHO tests, which were done in Germany, and they had lots of them there in for the interim, why they created new ones. Questions about that. I think there's a lot of questions about that, and I wonder if that's going to be reflected. It's going to be reflected back on him badly. The moon reflects things and secrets are going to come out, so it's going to reflect back on him badly. What's the challenge for him? The Knight of Swords, Lords of Winds and Breezes. Not to go charging in and creating more chaos. That is a challenge for Trump, because he's so convinced he knows everything, and trying to convince people that he's right and that everything he's done is the truth. But I suppose with the Knight of Swords, when it's, you know, when it's he's going to have to be courageous. He's going to have to work up the courage. And the challenge is to do better than they're doing now. The original thing with the Knight of Swords that I've read is that it's about subtlety as well. So when the Knight of Swords is in the right light, it's very subtle, going in and charging in and doing the right thing, but in a subtle way. There's nothing subtle about Trump, and he causes chaos wherever he goes. Okay, the distant past. What's the distant past got to do with this? Well, I suppose we're looking forward to November, so the distant past would probably be around now. The Seven of Swords, getting away with something. Lord of unstable effort. You know, I was going to use the my original, very first deck I ever got, which was the classic Rider-Waite Tarot. This one, and then I saw this one sitting on top of it. I said, no, I'm going to use that one. So I always say that the deck picks, you know, the deck picks the readings, or if I've got a reading in mind, I don't, you know, I might have a deck in mind, but then I'll go and look at it and another one catches my eye, and that's the one. Lord of unstable effort, and I'd say you could very definitely call what's going on as unstable effort. This might be the distant past in relation to what happens in November, and that means what's going on now. Very unstable effort, and they're trying to get away with it. They're trying to get away with something else too. They're using it to try and get away with something else. That is a sign of sneaky, thievery strategy. They're using it to try and get away with something else. I don't know, declaring this state of emergency. He's done it before. This is a real situation, but I'm wondering if he did it so he can try and get away with something else as well. The recent past. Now in this case, I think it's going to be like closer to the November, maybe after the Republican conference in August. Queen of Wands, Queen of the Throne of Flames. Wow. That's Nancy Pelosi. She generally is the Queen of Wands for me. In fact, it's Nancy Pelosi in Congress. She's leading Congress. This is the Throne of Flames. I think something's going to come out that Congress are going to, and it's just going to burn his chances of getting re-elected to the ground. As again, we're looking forward here, so this will be in the recent past at that stage. In fact, if Trump doesn't make it, whoever the Republican is running is, the chances are going to get burned down to the ground because of something that Congress finds in their investigations of what's happening on, because they are going to investigate why everything went, as we say in Australia, tits up. Okay, number 5, the best outcome for Trump or whoever is running at this stage, by the looks of it, is 4 of Pentacles. The very best outcome they get, Lord of earthly power, is that they can just cling in there, but very, very, very tiny. That's the very best outcome, that they might just win. Might just win. You can never count them off. You can never write them off, okay? Lord of earthly power, that they're just going to cling on and squeak in. What's the immediate future? Now, I'm going to come back here now. The immediate future, what's happening here now. The distant past. This is harking back to when he declared a national emergency for the war to sneakily get things done. He's doing that again here. He's using it to get other things done to him. Nancy's going to find out about it. Immediate future now. 9 of Pentacles. Lord of material gain. Well, he's supposed to be introducing a stimulus package or something for the economy. This is a state of mind. He thinks he's got everything under control and he's sitting pretty. And that he thinks he's gotten away with things again. Actions from his past. I know I said I was looking at this would be now, and this is now. This is now. It's like he thinks he's gotten away with it again, declaring a national emergency so he can skim money for something else. It's not all going to go towards the virus. And he thinks he's sitting pretty. His immediate future, he's going to be sitting around going, woo, 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 woo. This thing, hell, I think Kirsten is right. I know I said it was Nancy in Congress, and I think it is. They're not gonna let up on investigating why things are being stuffed up. But Kirsten Langston is saying every time she talked about the virus, she got the Queen of Wands, and it's a she. And fire. This is the Queen of the Thrones of Fire. Viruses like this rip through society like a fire. This is the virus too. But it's also the virus, but it's also Nancy Pelosi's keeping a real sharp eye on what's been going on with how it's being handled, and she's not happy. And she's gonna institute investigations as to why it. So, yeah, it's. But Trump still thinks he's. Oh yeah, I'm doing everything. Everything's perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry if this sounds a little bit one way or the other, but it's like you think you know something and then you look back at the card and it's like, yeah, that still applies, but there's something else as well. And, yeah. Okay, factors affecting the situation. 9 of Cups. Lord of Material Happiness. I don't think anyone in their right mind would wish for something like this to happen. This is the wish fulfillment card. Unless Trump or somebody wished for a hoping that a situation would come along that could divert people's attention away from some things that they've been looking at. Oh, if only we could have something to divert the situation, divert people's attention. He's always looking for things to divert people's attention. But this isn't working. He wanted something to happen that was going to divert people's attention away from something. I can't even remember what we were looking at. Talking about his taxes and stuff. Roger Stone, all that, and he was thinking, oh God, there's too much focus on it. Want something. So yeah, he got his wish, but be careful what you wish for, because this is bringing much more unfavourable attention on him than a lot of other things have been. So this is a case of be careful what you wish for, because he wished for something that would divert people's attention away from DOJ's meddling in the courts and this and that, and he's thinking he's going to use the pardon power and stuff like that, get people to attention away from it. Well, he's gotten what he's wished for, but as they say, be careful what you wish for. External influences. 5 of Pentacles. Lord of Material Trouble. Wow. The 5 of Pentacles about people out in the cold. This is external. People not being able to get tested. People who have been exposed. Health workers and everything, and they've not been able to get tested because there's not enough tests people out in the cold, being left out in the cold by this. If the US government had said to her, yes, please, send us several million of those tests to bide us over until we can prep one of our own, there'd be more people tested by this time. Okay? So in the last few days since we opened testing centres in WA here, we've tested over 1,000 people. There's not a lot of people in WA. We only opened it last Thursday. And we've got 19 cases. We've tested over 1,000 people. So this is people being left out in the cold. It's really going to influence his chances of re-election. And not in a good way. People are going to remember, this person made us a promise. He made me a promise. He made my mum a promise. My mum's dead from this virus because he didn't keep his promise. That sort of thing. That's what's going to happen. His hopes and fears. Oh, Lord of the gates of matter, the devil. Well, that speaks all for itself, doesn't it? You know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. He's fearing there's no way out of this situation. He's fearing that it's going to drag him down. And he's fearing it's going to expose a lot of other things about his presidency, I think. And he's hoping it wasn't. I think that's... I'm going to do a clarifier on that one. And the final outcome with regard to the influence of the COVID-19 pandemic on his chances of re-election. 6 of Cups. It's a step back in time. A step back in time to a time before he wasn't there. I think that's indicating that he's not going to win. Might come close. Might, but it probably won't. Let's do a clarification on that. 6 of Wands. That's the victory. But is that victory for him or the Democrats? Victory for somebody else and heartbreak for him. Three of Swords, Lord of Sorrow, Lord of Victory. A step back in time. Victory. Before his victory. And he's going to be heartbroken. What's this devil? Hopes and fears. 7 of Cups. Yeah. That people he fears they're not going to buy into his bullshit, into the gaslighting, and he hopes that they will. I'll just ask one more time. Yes or no, will Trump will the coronavirus stuff up help the Democrats win? Put it as a different question. Will the coronavirus stuff up by the Trump administration help lead to a Democratic win? Okay, let's have a look. Queen of Pentacles, that's a yes. That's a yes. I like that. My husband will write on anything, any piece of paper. Queen of Pentacles is a yes. Princess of Swords, that's the Page of Swords, is a yes. Truth will come out. King of Pentacles is a yes. Four of Swords is a maybe. Yes. So yeah, it looks like it is. It's because of the way this was handled by the king, mishandled by the greedy king, Prince of the Chariot of the Earth. Four of Swords, that's a lot of people are going to suffer, possibly even die from this. And there's going to be stuff coming out. Spy in the camp, somebody's going to come. I think there's going to be another whistleblower about why things were handled the way they were. Is this another whistleblower? King of Wands, that's the Knight of Wands, that's a yes. Somebody's going to take actions about why things were done the way they were. There's going to be another whistleblower, yeah. So to answer the question, look, yeah, this mismanagement of COVID-19 in the US is definitely going to add to Trump / the Republicans not winning the next election. It's going to add to the Democrats winning. Okay, couple of ambiguous acts, but yeah, this final outcome is going to lead to a step back in time before Trump's victory and before the heartbreak and betrayal. So, and Democrats, it's going to add to, I think it might be a final, not the final nail in the coffin, but maybe the penultimate one. I think his taxes are probably going to be the final nail in the coffin. I did a reading months ago on will Trump's taxes be the tipping point for Republicans. I might revisit that as well. Probably in a day or so on that one. Anyway, that's all for today. Footprinters, my darling. And I will continue to love you all, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye bye.